to bring us as we're off in Week 9. This will be taken very short, and this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12.
On the double, 61, match box, lights. Get it.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
91.
53, Mike. Target.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Harold Landry in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Here's Matt Weil now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken to about the 14. An unbelievable punt there. We're talking 70-plus yards. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On the ground, it's Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On the carry, it's Chubb. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They run. Chubb. Yeah, he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A first down carry for Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's going to fire this thing deep, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play.
The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a third and long. From the gun on third down, Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. We're scoreless after 1.
60 outlaw. Don't get nervous.
They'll run with Lindsey, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. One more time with Lindsey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Chubb will get the call, running left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check 45, come on. Coming this way, we got it. Point it right. 45.
Hey, Roy.
Set the tone.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Ready?
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 32 that time.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Mike.
5.
Mike. Squeeze, don't
Get it.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Mike, 180. Tackle.
Mayfield off the play fake. It's caught. Beckham. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. A toss play to Chubb. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Real. You can choose the mic. Watch Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. You bet.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. Lock gonna go on fourth down. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
Here we go. 90 volt.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
On first down, Lock under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Harold Landry, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 5-yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield going up top. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Lock now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent. Targets for quarterbacks.
An update now from out in Southern California. And the Packers adding to their totals there and their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and he dialed up the pressure and got to him.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. extra point just does sneak over the bar. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be third down. A nice completion there by Joe Flacco, who's probably going to miss being able to play Cleveland twice a year. Gosh, in his 11 seasons as a starter in Baltimore, he was 17-3 against the Cleveland Browns, and now he'll try to get a victory in a Broncos uniform. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, On the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To pass, Flacco. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. With the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game, what do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
It's caught. Smith. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from 51 yards for the win. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, Maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yo, that's bullshit, yo. I should have fucking won that game, yo. Or at least we should have went into overtime. I feel that, but bro, I fucking lagged on the last punt, yo. Bro, but still, bro. I should have won that fucking game, yo. That nigga know he shouldn't. Like, I know, but still, though, I lagged on that last punt, yo. That last punt should have put us into overtime. See how I'm coming though, nigga. That nigga know that nigga know he worked for that shit. That shit got me tight, low key. Ain't gonna front. Where that shit got me tight, y'all. Cause how the fuck that shit lag on the fucking punt though? I ain't do my training and none of that shit.
You ain't grind.
Nah, I lost by what? 3.
What happened?
I lagged.
Need him to don't get it right into next year. I need this pick this year for sure. I need this quarterback.
Nah, you got the game fucked up, Pammy. Casper made me by 3 points.
Brian got KF, he got the Bills, he got the Steelers twice. I need you, Brian, more than ever.
Yeah, alright. Oh, you ain't dependent on me to lose.
You gonna lose. You ain't gonna win too many more.
Yeah, alright. You see how I lost by 3 on that jump.
They better than Casper.
Yeah, but still, motherfuckers lucky that nigga.
I wish I had your ass every week put it on.
Don't put your money on.
Nah.
Man, Kev only run the ball and do that fucking suck ass screenplay. Don't get me wrong, when Kev get that shit going, he got it. But if you know how to stop, I know how to stop that shit. I know what formation he go in for the screen. You know what I'm saying? So whenever he go into that fucking formation,
Nah,
exactly.
I'm not. Casper not better than KF. No way, no how. Nah, nah, nah. His record, nah.
It don't mean nothing. That don't mean